Monday the 20th of March, and it's time to get the show on the road again. Let's have a look at what orders we've got in over the weekend. And remember that I did post out on Saturday this week, so there would have been more orders here had I left them till Monday as I normally do. But having said that, Bricklink is definitely noticeably quieter this week than it has been in previous weeks. So 4 orders for Monday morning, and they won't take too long to pick. In fact, I'll show you in a minute. They're already picked and ready to be packed up. On Brick Owl, we've got 10 orders, and pretty normal for Brick Owl, I would say. Possibly slightly lower, but always odd how you see these dips on one platform or another over time. Of course, we are moving into the slower period now. You know, from March onwards, we'll get slower and slower as we get into the summer months before ramping back up again later in the year. And on eBay, we have got, when I can get there, 3 orders to post as well. Now, I said earlier that I have actually got everything picked, so let's have a quick scan over the orders. Little order there for a skeleton. This is a nice order from a return customer from the US. He purchased from me about a week or 2 ago now, and at the time I was missing an Easter set that he'd ordered, and I didn't want to let him down, and I ordered a replacement set in so that I could send it to him with his order, you know, because he had ordered other things as well. And he was very happy with the order, I think, and is back for another nice order. So that's really appreciated. Really appreciate his return custom. Little order there for a sports helmet, which is for Harlequin, that's it, I believe. Some more orders here. We've got an eBay order there for a Lego Star Wars 2 game. Some more parts orders. And then on this side of the room, we've got more eBay orders. We've got Anaya, another Star Wars magazine going out. And then a bunch of orders, all fairly low lot counts. And that's our lot for the weekend. Now, when I was out shopping at the weekend, I picked up a couple of small part outs just to add some new lots to the store. So picked up some of these Aston Martin Speed Champions, just a few of them, and some of these Friends cat hotels. Now between them, they're going to add about 140 new lots to the store, so they'll be useful, and we'll get those parted out as soon as possible and get them added to the store. Now, a couple of things today. I'm going to continue adding what's left of the used stuff that we've got here, which isn't an awful lot, to be honest. So probably nailed on for another trip to the container today or tomorrow. But I'm also setting up, I mentioned in last week's vlog about doing some one-to-one sessions, and I'm pleased to say that I've had a couple of interested people on that. So I'm setting up some calendaring and things like that for those sessions, and I think we're going to start with those tonight. So with the weekend's post done, I'm going to crack on with some of this Hue stuff. We've got some slopes here. We have got some Nexonite shields and some flowers and things. Looks like a dimensions disc in there. We've got some wedge bricks. and some other inverted slopes, more wedge bricks, and some more slopes. So I'm going to get these all done, get them listed. I've got another bag over here actually that I put aside, which looks more like minifig accessories and things, so I might work through that as well. And then I'm probably going to be ready to head over to the container this afternoon and pick some more stuff up while it's pretty quiet. So I'll crack on, get through as much of this as possible. I'm continuing to work on the used upload, so working through more of the bags that were brought back from the container. But I've just picked up a last minute sale on eBay, so I need to get this packed up and ready to go with the other post, and I need to go to the post office in about 10 minutes, so it's perfect timing. This is sold for £15, reasonable price. I don't know what the part out value is, to be honest. I listed this as soon as I got it as a gift with purchase and completely forgot about it, but I'm happy with the £15. And yeah, I'm gonna get this put away and finish up the used stuff and maybe get to the container. I'm just back from another trip to the container. Picked up another batch of mixed bricks, really, used and new, ready to add to the store. Some, again, as before, I've brought back in the trays because they just weren't probably worth bagging up. Some, well, each of those are used drawers. And then, just to give you an idea what's in here, lots of brackets, both 1x2s and 2x bricks as well, and various, what we got here, all sorts of things with axles on. We've got some boat hulls in here, and we've got some lerps and burps and all sorts of things. Technic bricks, bags of plates, more wedge plates. These are a bit of a pain, to be honest. These straps from the video sets, I think. More burps, angle plates, more Technic bricks. So tons of stuff here to get listed. Hopefully it won't take too long with them all being bagged. We just need to sort them into the various colours, count them, and then get them added to the store. But inventory's flying up, even though orders are flying out the door and using up the inventory as well, reducing it all the time. But we're managing to more than keep pace with what's going out the door. It's Tuesday the 21st of March, and yesterday evening I had my first paid session with regards to Bricklink consulting. We ended up chatting for almost an hour and a half, and the individual fed back to me at the end of the session that they thought it was really insightful and worthwhile, and thought it was actually good value. Now, if anyone else is interested in a paid session, then you can come to a calendar link here, which I'll put in the video below, and you can simply choose a date that's suitable for you. And I've set up Monday to Friday to start with, and I've set aside actually up to an hour and a half of my time, but you can choose either an 8 o'clock or an 8:30 slot there. And if those times aren't suitable, then reach out to me and we can always set up some other times if we need to. Now let's have a look at today's orders, and today we have got 7 orders on Bricklink, which is actually more than we got at the weekend. The weekend, I said in yesterday's vlog that was pretty quiet overall, relatively speaking, on Bricklink. So there was 7 orders here is a little bit of an increase on that, which is good and interesting to see. And on the flip side of that, Brick Owl has just got the one order, whereas over the weekend I had quite a few orders in through Brick Owl. So it just shows how the two platforms swing, you know, and you just can't, you know, guide how that's going to go. You know, every day seems to be different. Now on eBay, we've got just one order, which is a non-Lego order, but we'll get that picked and out the door as well. So I'll go and get this lot picked, and then I'll give you a quick look at what is going out the door today, and then we'll get cracking adding some more things to the store. I had just received an order for this Princess Leia figure, which is a £45 figure, and some other torsos and bits and pieces. And the customer asked me to check that this was the brown hairpiece, the old brown, and not reddish brown. And I'm pretty ashamed to say that I've made a schoolboy error, and this is actually a reddish brown hairpiece, and the brown one alone sells for about £25. So it just shows no matter how experienced you are in selling, you know, you can easily make mistakes, especially with you know, minifigures. It's very easy to send out, you know, with the wrong hands, or, you know, have a miscolor like this. So worth stressing to myself as much as anybody else how carefully you need to double check the minifigures and make sure that they are the right prints, the right parts, the right colours, and don't assume things like the hands, for instance, which you know, are attached, are the right ones for the torso. Now that wasn't the case in this instance. It's purely down to the hair colour. But you know, just be careful out there. Here's a quick look at Tuesday's orders going out the door. We've got an order for 100 white clips, order for 100 white cheese slopes. Nice little order from Firestar Toys here for some plates and some minifigs. In particular, the Lone Ranger Cavalry figures going out there. More parts orders. This was a nice one, only for me personally, in that this was an order for the guy who was the first guy I met when I joined Brickish a few years ago. I'm no longer a member of Brickish because I don't do much building, but this is going out to him. I won't mention any names, but interesting from my perspective. An order for minifig parts going out, and then more orders for you know, the odd few parts here, some friends little bits and pieces going out. This is the order that I've screwed up the minifigure on, so there are a few other parts, and I'm just waiting to hear back from the customer to let me know whether they want me to send these out or cancel the order entirely. And still pretty embarrassed about mixing that hairpiece colour up. We've got a non-Lego item going out, and a Lego magazine going out with the Bo-Katan Chris figure on. Still got a few of these left, but only 3 or 4. So plenty of those still, or not plenty, but a few of those still available to go out on eBay. I don't think I have them listed at all on Bricklink now. I'll just clear the remainder through eBay, I would think. Now, the next job for me this morning is going to be this little part out. This was 5 of the James Bond set, and I just wanted these to add new lots, obviously, to the store. I think I mentioned earlier that by adding this and the 4 friend sets that I've got there, added about 150 new lots. And this was really about getting some more of the grey parts back into stock. I could have held on and bought more of these through Amazon or something. I just picked the only 5 that were on the shelf in Tesco. They were doing them for about 15 quid, and I was happy enough with that price. I may have been able to get them cheaper on a deal somewhere else, but that was fine for me. I don't do too much hunting, to be honest, for new sets at the moment. And as long as the part out value is okay, then I'm happy to do that. So that's the next job, get those put away, and then I might get that lot parted out for me this afternoon, and I'm going to continue working on the used boxes that we brought back from the container yesterday, and try and get as much of that uploaded to the store, which includes these 2 drawers that I've got on the table as well. So plenty to do as always, and I better get cracking with it. I've just finished parting out the James Bond set. So there was 5 of them, which came to 1,545 parts. Now I've taken out the James Bond figures because they're going to go on eBay in my case, and I've just uploaded them, and they have given me 56 new lots. Now that's 56 from 107 lots in total in the set, and again that's minus the James Bond figure. So I'm really happy with that. That's about 50% or so of the parts were new parts added to the store, and that's what I'm going for, is to increase the lot count, and in particular on the new items, because I've let the new kind of drift a little bit with the introduction of the store acquisition, etc. And what that's done is, you can see if you look along this cabinet wall now, there were tons of empty drawers. Now I'm not saying that that's purely down to this set, but the position we've got in now is almost all of the drawers in this wall of cabinets are now closed, which means that they've got parts in. Unlike on the used wall here, where there are drawers out, then there's space in those drawers. Now, I've still got lots of space at the far end of the room for more new parts, and I've got a set being parted out now. If you can see here, all of the sort of blank spaces where the drawers are turned around, lots and lots of room in there to be adding new parts back in there. And of course, there's room in the drawers as well for more new parts. So we're in the middle of parting out another set, the friend sets that I got, another small part out. I've you know, as I've said several times, I've not really been investing a lot in new sets of late. Now, in terms of what this means for me uploading, if I go in here and refresh, then I've uploaded 34,000 parts this month for a value of about just under £2,400, and that's going to continue. This might actually be slightly out as well, because I've got a problem with my graph where if I do 2 uploads in the same day, it doesn't really show them correctly in here, and that can be a bit of a pain, and I really need to revise the graph. But it's a good rule of thumb for me to see exactly what I'm uploading. So the second part out for the day is 4 of these friend sets. As I said, it's only a small part out, something I picked up at the weekend. Now, these all get parted out for me by my helper, and first thing I have to do when I get them is I tend to sort through the colours. So I'll get all of a certain colour together, and I've already done the white and the brown, and I'll just lay them all out. And what I'm looking for is really any replication in the parts, because that's something that my helper just doesn't do, because they're not confident enough with the parts and they don't want to mix them up. So here, for instance, I've got 2 pots with orange 1x1 tiles in. So I just do that to condense them down. And the only reason I'm doing that is because when I start uploading them through Brickstore and I start going and adding them back in and consolidating them with my drawers, I don't want to have to do that twice if I come across the same part again in another cup. So that's the first thing I'll do, is I'll go through all of these colours. Let's have another quick look at the bright light orange. And I maybe wouldn't do it quite like this, but because I'm sort of doing it one-handed with the camera, that's why I'm laying them out. And if I have a look along, I can't actually see any duplicates in that, so I don't need to do anything. And I just work my way through each of the colours. And then I'll be ready to flip the laptop open, bring up the Brickstore file, which I complete on my desktop machine. And then I'll use the laptop just because it's easier, stood here with the pots, and get them all put away into either existing drawers, or this will be an opportunity for me to fill up some of those empty drawers over there. Second part out of the day is now complete and uploaded. 4 of 41742, which came to 1,868 parts in 164 lots. Came to £206 and 80p, and actually gave me 70 additional lots that I didn't have before, which was really good. And I did say I think earlier that it's not plotting on the graph here, but I think it is showing in the value, if I'm correct. So we've now had nearly 36,000 parts added to the store so far this month. Still early days, only the 21st, so still plenty of time to add more. And in fact, I've already got another file of the used parts still being worked on, which has got nearly another 7,000 parts ready to upload, which is not included in the 36,000 there. So that'll be 36, that'll be nearly 45,000 parts by the time I upload this. And of course there's tons more to add to this as well. So good day's work. Couple of sets parted out and uploaded, and some other bits and pieces done as well to the file. So really pleased with the day's work. Just 5 orders this morning on Bricklink and Brickal, nothing on eBay. Did have a problem with this order for some minifigs where I was missing some of the Looney Tunes figures, and that is my own stupid fault, the way that I manage them, and I really need to look at that. But a big shout out to Mark from In Bricks We Trust, who helped me out with that and done it very quickly and efficiently for me, so I'm really grateful for Mark's help on that. Now, I did have an order come in last night for close to £500 from the US, and it was quite interesting what they bought, but they haven't actually paid yet, and I'm wondering actually whether they will or not. So we'll monitor that one as we go. Fairly quiet day on the orders there and picking them. So starting to upload parts already, starting with some Technic stuff that I've just sorted on my desk, all 1x2 Technic bricks with the hole in, and we're starting to get through the rest of this box of used parts that are from the drawers in the container. And I've got some help with that at the moment to just help me sort the different colours out into pots. So that's the job for today. We're going to be adding whatever we have today to the ongoing file I've got, which has got the currently 6,700 parts in, and we'll just keep adding to that and probably upload whatever we've got at the end of the day. Just back from lunch and picked up another order, and it's all for collectible minifigures. So a nice little order worth about £40 or so, and clearing me out of collectible minifigs again. They're really getting down. I sold quite a few minifigs over recent weeks since I bought the used lot a couple of weeks back, and they've really been selling well. So just need to get that packed away. Now I thought I'd give you a quick update on the progress on the used parts listing. I'm just listening to a bit of Morgan Wallen as I'm packing here. If we have a look at our brick store, we can see we're up to 8,500 parts for about £400 or so at the moment, just adding a lot of plates in, adding some 1x2 by 5 bricks, and more Technic bricks with the axle hole through them, etc., and more Technic stuff. And we're going to continue, still lots to go through. My helper's going to do some housework and things, so I'm going to be working through these myself for the next few hours probably, and see what we can get this total up to, and we'll get it all listed. So I'm just working through some 1x2 brackets here. Got a bag full of mixed colours that I've been working through, separating them into colours, and we'll get them counted and added to the store. There is in theory 1,170 of them, worth about 50 quid, and just need to get them organised. Now I just had another session booked, another paid session. This is Connor, who initiated you know, the original questions that made me offer the service, to be honest. But he'll be the second call that I've had this week, and hope that it goes as well as the first one. So it's the end of the day, and I've just uploaded the file that I've been working on, and we ended up with 12,209 parts in 348 lots. And that meant that after uploading, it gave me 242 new lots, which is good. There was a value there of about £495. Just do a quick refresh, and that means that we've now uploaded for the month so far nearly 50,000 parts, and brings us, actually, if we look at the store, we're getting so close to 700,000 items in store. This is already a record. 696,274 is a record. I'm now 50 lots away from 13,000 lots, which would be great, and you know, again, is the highest I've ever been at. So really pleased with the way things are going, and hopefully we can maybe breach those goals, you know, this week. I would think if we can add another less than 4,000 parts and 50 new lots, we'll hit those new goals. Of course, that depends on what orders come in and what goes out the door, but we'll be doing our best to hit those targets. It's Thursday the 23rd of March, and yesterday evening I had a session with Connor, as I mentioned in last week's vlog, for some mentoring and guidance and a little bit of help on shipping options. And he's written a nice little review here saying, now I'm YouTube famous. Just had a session with Keith, which Keith spoke about. Technical difficulties aside, it was really good. Keith is such a nice guy, helped me out no end. His videos are great. However, the one-to-one mentoring is worth it. If you are starting out or need good advice to get to the next level, the investment in yourself is more than worth it. I will get another session when I have when what I have learned has paid for it. So as obviously, as Connor says, he seemed to think that the session was worthwhile. We did have a couple of sound issues, and those had to be resolved by getting on a call. I'm not sure where the problem was there. I'm certainly going to be working on a better or more robust video conferencing option. I mean, I was using Zoom, so there was should be no real problem with it, but for whatever reason there was a couple of technical difficulties. But that aside, as Connor says, seemed like it was worthwhile. Now, in terms of orders for today, 4 orders on Bricklink, and pretty low lot count, so easy to get those done. And we've got 3 on Brickowl as well. I've got those picked, nothing on eBay by the way. Got them picked and ready to go. So first order is for a whole load of video figures, and most of these are new, taken from the various sets, with the exception of a couple of used ones there. So nice little collection of video figures there, and the rest pretty standard orders, parts orders, a few minifig parts, etc. But I'm going to get those packed up and crack on with adding more to the store. I've got a few things here sorted into colour that need counting to go up, and then I'm going to be working through, I've got a few bags on my desk, some wedge bricks there, and a bit more in here that I brought back from the container. And then we're going to be at the point where I'm going to have to go to the container again, but this should get me over the 700,000 mark, or at least I'm hoping it does. But if not, we'll go and grab some more stuff and keep plodding on. Friday the 24th of March, and we've got 3 orders on Bricklink this morning for 107 lots. And if we look on Brickowl, we've got 4 orders, and on eBay we have got 2 orders, so 9 orders in total so far for today. And I'll show you those in a second. And I just wanted to show you that we've got 600, just under 695,000 items after those orders have come in. And my target for today is to try and get us over that 700,000 mark. I think that would be a really nice milestone for us to achieve. Now, yesterday I didn't get much video recording done. I was adding some parts to the store, and something else came up that got me distracted a little bit. But we have got 3,000 items here to upload, so I need to basically find another 2,000 items or more, and add them to the store today, and we should be able to make that push and get us over the 700,000 mark in terms of items on Bricklink and Brickowl. So before I go and get on and start adding more parts and finding more parts to upload, let's have a quick look at what we've got today. We've got another Star Wars magazine going out. We've got a Princess Leia going out. Those were the 2 eBay orders. And then we've got a bunch of parts orders. Actually, I don't think there's a single minifigure, apart from the eBay stuff, I don't think there's a single minifigure or minifigure part going out in any of these orders. They're all parts orders, and some of them are going off internationally. There's one going off to the US at least, and others are typically sort of UK orders. So next job is to get these packed up and get them ready for the post office. And I'm going to be popping out for a bit of lunch with some of the family to a new spot in town, so we're going to check that out for an hour or so, and then I'll get back and we will see what we can get added to the store. Just back from lunch, and we've got 3 orders that we've just picked, which we need to pack up and get off to the post office. We've got some Star Wars torsos in the main here, and going to get those packed up. We're still cracking on with adding more items to the store, and currently the file I'm working on has got 4,272 parts, so I reckon another 1,000 parts, so maybe as few as 750 or so will get us over the 700,000 mark, so I'm going to keep pressing on. It's Friday tea time, and I'm going to be heading out for some dinner shortly with family, and we've got 5,869 parts to upload for the end of the day, which I've just done, and that's given me 116 new lots. And let's see what that's done to the store, because that has taken me over the 700,000 parts. But not only has it taken me over 700,000 parts, which was one of my goals, it's taken me over 13,000 lots as well. So I'm super pleased with that week's work, and hit a new milestone, and we push on to the next one. It's Saturday the 25th of March, and I'm doing a few orders on a Saturday morning. Just had half an hour to spare, and I just thought I'd crack them out and get them out the door. The first one is a bunch of minifig parts, and we've got some black visors, some tyres going out, some various bits and bobs of shields, etc. And then we've got this order, which is 200 of these modified plates. Now, I listed these on, well, yesterday. Yeah, I listed them yesterday. And they've been sat in a drawer for a while, and a bunch of parts, all new. And listed them. Didn't take any notice of the price or anything when I uploaded, because typically when I'm uploading a large file, I'll just apply my, average 6 months with my normal sort of variation on that. And I just uploaded them, and then I got an order for them all. And these turned out to be worth over £100 for that little bag of 200 modified plates. They've sold for just about 50p each, and you can see there £101 and 70p. So it's amazing how parts surprise you sometimes, and I didn't think these were anything special. Turned out they only appeared in 4 sets, and someone obviously needed a bunch of them for a mock, or maybe they just buy in to resell because they're a rare part, and maybe they're gonna hike the price up even further. I don't know, but these are going off to America, so they're going to be going off today. I mean, on top of the £100, it's costing about £12 for tracked postage as well because of the value. So someone was prepared to pay quite a bit of money for those, which is nice. So I'm going to get these packed and sent off, and that's probably going to be me done for the weekend.